Hey everybody, welcome back to Run and Gun. We are here in Lightroom today, and what I want to do is go over some reasons why you may choose to publish your photos either in color or black and white, and just some things to be thinking about next time you're going to throw a photo on Instagram or Twitter and you don't know whether to publish it in color or black and white. So let's get right into this video. So one of the first things to think about when you're deciding whether to desaturate your colored photo or publish it in color is to think about the lighting. So let's take a look at a portrait here. This portrait is from one of my light hack videos. I'll link to that in the description, but you can see I really wanted to emphasize the light in this photo, and that's one of the reasons I would personally make a color black and white versus leaving it in color. If we see the color version, we'll let that load. That's boring. When I switch back to black and white, you can see those weird hues, the blues, the reddish skin tones from the contrast. They didn't look that great. So if I eliminate that, your eye goes right to the areas of contrast, right here in the white and right here in the darker blacks here. And it really just pulls your eye into this area versus being distracted with a bunch of crazy colors. So if you really want to show off your lighting techniques, black and white is really a good way to do that. We'll take a look at another image from that video. In this one, I really wanted to emphasize that I was using a mouthwash bottle, so I did leave this one in color. But if we were to go over and click black and white, we really emphasize here what I was trying to focus on with my light, which was this area right here. And we're not being distracted by all of these other colors you can see in the lower parts of the face, the mouthwash bottle, the neck, the back of the head. We just go right to the eyes here when we choose black and white. So that is a huge reason to go black and white when you want to emphasize your lighting. But something you also want to think about is if you don't have that great of lighting. So we're going to open up this image of a mountain range here. This is the Rocky Mountains right near my house. And the lighting is okay. I think the colors are really nice. Let's change this to black and white. And that is boring. It doesn't matter how much contrast I add to this image, how much I bump up my white values, how much I crush my black values, add contrast. Like I said, this is boring. This makes my lighting look very flat, and there really is no lighting. It's pretty much just haze from the sun setting behind these mountains. So that's something to think about too. When you go black and white, it tends to flatten your image, especially if your colors give depth to your image. So that's just something to think about. The colors and the hues right here, these nice cool blues and this nice warm horizon here really give depth to this image. So let's move on to the next one. Number 2 is texture. Texture is a reason I would definitely turn an image black and white. If we take a look at these rocks right here, I just thought this detail shot was pretty neat. We have lichen growing on these rocks, and this is on Lake Superior up in northern Michigan. And it looks really cool, but this lichen is very distracting. So if we were to go in and hit black and white, you can see this texture a lot more clearly. So if I start to go in, I might add a little bit of dehaze, which adds some contrast, turn these highlights down just a touch, turn my whites up, and play with my exposure, which now you can see the contrast a lot better, and the black and white really helps to get rid of some of these distracting areas. The key here is if I only wanted to focus on texture, I would certainly go with black and white. Definitely leads your eyes right to the bright areas, right to the dark areas, and there are no hues that are distracting you. If I were to make a nice fine art print out of this, I think color might be great. But again, all of this is subjective, and it ultimately comes down to what you would like to publish. So let's move on. All right, so another reason I may choose to make an image black and white instead of color is competing color balances. And I kind of tried to recreate that here a little bit in this demo image. I may have some light sources that are extremely cool, and I may have some light sources that are extremely warm. And in some images, they may look really good and they may provide contrast, but you might also have some images where you have, let's say, some sodium vapor light, some tungsten light, some fluorescent lights, incandescent, all mixed together in one room. And there's really no way that I can white balance this image to make it look good. If I were to try and white balance off of my gray shirt, that looks pretty close, but my skin tones are very washed out and look almost like black and white with some selective color red here. And I don't like that. There's almost no good way. Maybe I try and white balance to get rid of the red, but I'm stuck with that heavy blue. Yeah, there's really not much I could do if I had multiple competing white balances. So this may be an instance where I decide to make my image black and white, and now I don't have a distracting red hue competing with distracting blue hues. But again, this was just an example. I definitely did this on purpose just to really exaggerate the point. Another example, let's go to some images I shot in England. And I just thought this alleyway was kind of neat, and I really wasn't paying attention to my peripherals. And this lady with a giant red, blaring coat walks into my frame. Now, what I could do is I could Photoshop her out, or I could just as easily make this image black and white. I'm not really losing any depth because you can see here, even in the color image, there's not that much color here. It's very yellowish. We have a cool road right here. They're very muted tones, and that's why this individual stands out so much. And you can see here the shadows and the light give us a lot of depth here, even when I make it black and white. So if you're looking to get rid of distracting hues, black and white is sometimes the way to go. Another reason you may want to make your images black and white is to emphasize some sort of mood or add dramatic contrast to tell your story. So I have this image here of the Rocky Mountains that I can see from my house, and this mountain range is actually just a couple miles north of where I took this image right here. So these mountains would be right here, but you can tell completely different lighting, different mood, different vibe, different everything. And this is an image I would keep in color. And this would be an image where I've pushed the contrast so far in my post-processing, I might want to change it to black and white, because look at how much this really emphasized the clouds, the movement. You can see the dark sky up here, this nice movement. That's probably the best word I can use for it. It's a still image, but there's just so much motion that I think was captured in here. I think this feels a lot like sort of an Ansel Adams image, and he shot black and white because that was his only option to shoot black and white film. But I think black and white was a good idea for, say, this image, and I took some other dramatic images of the clouds, and you can see how black and white really emphasizes these. Or I may choose to go with a very desaturated blue like I did here, because as you can see, blue was the dominant color in this image, and it almost looks monochromatic in the first place because blue sky, bluish clouds, the nice cool mountains here look blue. There's a little bit of a pinkish hue, and that's actually just the properly white balanced hills over here. It looks slightly pink, but it looks kind of boring when it's all blue, and I think we can add a lot of drama making it black and white. You can see the huge difference, and we'll go through a couple other images. This is an image I would definitely make black and white. A little castle I took in England. You can see it was darker, it was later in the evening, probably around sunset, and you can see I added a lot of contrast, and black and white was definitely the way to go. Here's another example of a castle. The color is okay, it's very cool, the green is all right. It's kind of a flat image, there's not much going on in the foreground. The clouds look pretty nice in the background. So again, black and white is probably the way I would go with this image. And last but not least, number 6, what it really comes down to is what looks good, and what looks good to your eye, and what looks good to you as a photographer. I may be going through images, and I have the option, especially in Lightroom, just to toggle back and forth between black and white and color. And you can see some images, it makes a huge difference. For example, these orange rocks and this blue water back here, I make it black and white, and it just turns completely flat. And the decision ultimately comes down to, what do you like as a photographer? This is your art. This is all subjective. Here I have a nice naturally orange and teal image with great color contrast. And if I go black and white, I lose the color, but I gain the texture. And this is an example where I'll go through my list, and it's tough to decide sometimes. Do I want to show off the lighting, which looks fantastic, where I might go black and white? Do I want to show off the hues, where I'll stick with my color? Do I want to show off this texture here, where it's so contrasty I can see it, but black and white really emphasizes my texture? I don't really think my hues are distracting, and I don't think the lighting is dramatic enough or the scene is dramatic enough to go black and white. So that really leaves me down to my sixth option of what do I want to do as the artist. So I hope you can take these 6 points and think about those when you're editing your photos and thinking about posting them up to Instagram and deciding, do I make this black and white or do I make this color? So I hope that gives you guys a head start. That is all for this video. So glad you joined me and stuck around till the end. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe for more run and gun videos. And until next time, get out and go shoot.